Welcome everyone. Today we have a special report guide and also a gold making guide. So in this video, I wanted to give you guys all the details with Rapport, and this has to do how to get the Rapport charisma, how to get the stats, which NPC to go, which quest to do, and how to get more Rapport items. So I have collected a lot of information across the web, different spreadsheets, different information, and all the summary with islands, with Giant's Heart, a lot of things with Rapport. So I will be listing all of the NPCs at tier 1, tier 2, and also tier 3, how much gold you can get instantly, how much you can get after doing some report questing and gifting, and also the locations and also the rewards from those NPCs, the notable rewards. So I've broken them down into tier 1, tier 2, and also tier 3. And also here, just as a small estimate, we're looking at close to 25,000 gold. And just as a quick gold you can grab, it's close to 15,000 gold, which is easily accessible at the very early stage of the game. So I want to go through everything with you guys in more detail, and I've been preparing a lot for this one. Now, similar to all of the videos, if you guys want notes for this one, definitely check out in the Google Docs below. I'll attach the links over here as well. We do have a few of the previous report guide, but those report guide I have received some feedbacks. Players have not been able to have the charisma or the virtuals for some of the report, and also players are not sure which one to do and which one is the best one. So I wanted to spend a lot of time researching, and there's a lot of information I'll refer to because there's a lot of availability on the web, and we'll be going back on those as well. So now the first question is, what do we get from reporting with NPCs? Well, you can easily get over 10,000 or 15,000 gold very quickly with, maybe 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours if you have those NPCs unlocked. The rest of the 10,000 gold for the 25,000 gold, you can get those by progress with NPCs. There's also ways to get the voucher potions. So in case you guys are not aware, oh, I actually disconnected. What I want to show you guys, I've been disconnected all day over here. So I keep trying to get back and I keep getting kicked off. So what I want to show you guys over here is, server is pretty unstable today. So the vouchers that you needed for Rapport are going to be Wisdom, Courage, Charisma, and also Kindness, as you can see over here. And I want to tell you guys how to get those stats in the game. And basically you can get them in many sources. And interesting about Rapport is there is also Rapport NPCs that gives those critical voucher potions that gives you additional stats like charisma, kindness, courage, etc. They also give key ingredients or stars for the stats potions and also skill potions. They give cards, engravings, skills, and also ruins. So in this video, we'll focus some of the noticeable things like island hearts, giant hearts, gold, and also other things we can find. Now, while I'm still waiting to get back into the game after disconnecting, so let's come over to the best ways to do Rapport. What I do recommend is work on getting your higher voucher stats, and those are charisma, kindness, those are the important ones. Now, one of the most important stats most of the viewers have noticed is going to be charisma. And over here, I do want to spend some time in ways of getting my charisma. So I would like to refer us to over here to this wonderful Excel guide. This is from Sense Guild. This is the public Excel they have released, and this one has to do with a lot of NPCs reporting. There's also a lot of great other information over here. I'm still slowly digesting them, and once I understood more of those guides and tips, I'll be making more videos and also guides for us. So one thing to notice is I can't get into the game right now because I'm still disconnected. So the NPC we're looking is going to be Nia, Yu, and also Queen Azure, and also over here we have Ella. So those are the NPCs. Once you get them, I believe have to be trusted level or even a little higher. Once you get them to that rapport level, they will give you a 10 charisma potion. So over here you can be getting 40 charisma potions from those NPCs. There's also NPCs that gives wisdom or that gives courage. So those are the beginning NPCs you want to consider to start with your rapport to get the critical stats for the later reporting of other NPCs. And I have highlighted those NPCs over here for charisma. Now, if you do want to find those NPCs, I do recommend coming over to this Excel guide. And what you do is you can move the bar down there. You can start to look for what you're looking for, like kindness over here and things like, charisma, and also things like charisma, courage, and also wisdom. You need those beginning vouchers to unlock further report. And this is going to be very essential for the later stage. Now, on top of getting those particular potions from Rapport NPCs, we can also get additional of the daily reward reputation for getting those stats as well. So what I mean by that is I have also found us another guide. And this one is from Mickey00 over here. He posted a Eunice daily reputation reward. And what we can see is, notice I'm searching for charisma potion. There will be 3 of your daily quests. After doing them 15 times in total, you'll be getting the achievement reward or reputation reward for the charisma potion. So what you can do is you could come over here and search for the potions that you're looking for. So this is an additional way of I think it's kindness, right? Yeah, kindness potions. There's 3 kindness potions as well. So they usually take 15 days. You can go Control F and also search for the potions you want and have a look at the daily quest, whether they will give you this as well. So as you do your daily quest, this is quite important because you can be getting bonus stats, which will be essential for Rapport. This will take a little longer to build because this is 15 days. So what I recommend is starting with finding the NPCs that gives you the vouchers you need and working on those first. And similar to this guide, they've been talking about start with the blue NPCs because you'll be needing those voucher stats to unlock further NPCs. And now I'm finally in the game, so it took me a while to log in. So what I want to show you guys, in order to speak to some of those NPCs to progress with the further of the questing, what you need is you need certain stats, which are the stats over here. Notice those stats over here. There are 3 ways to get those stats. The first way we talk about is from Rapport. The second one is from doing daily quest reputations. The final way is actually getting those stats from your weapons skins. So those weapon skins will also give certain stats like charisma, they give certain stats like courage. So those are quite important as well. And that's why the skins are trading so highly at the moment. Now the NPCs I was talking about, like someone like Yuan over here, what I mean by getting your higher Rapport is the charisma potion. You get her to trusted level and you can get 10 off the charisma. So this is more like a free to play way or less gold spending way. You just have to work on those 4 NPCs to get 40 charisma and also another 30 charisma doing this for 15 days. Now the second question I often get from players is, how do I get more of the reporting items? Of course, I don't recommend buying those items from the cash shop, right? So notice I've been saving some of the reporting items. Now one thing with the reporting items is we do get them from the login. Basically, as we log into the game, we'll be getting some of them, but this never seems to be enough. So over here, I want to list some of the ways for you to get those. One thing is you can exchange with the hearts you get from the local city report. And if you do that locally, you will get a little more bonus when you do it with NPCs. So if I'm doing someone in the Van Castle, I'll come to this report exchange and they tend to have better gift for those characters. The second thing is quite interesting. The second thing is we'll be getting those epic report boxes from doing island questing. And this is when I want to come over here and have a big thank you to Mello for making the island guide. So on his island guide, what you do is you can go Control F and search for report boxes. So there will be islands that will give you a few report boxes. Over here there's report chests, 3 report chests over here on Turtle Island. And what you can do is you can search for all the islands that will give you report chests. And if you want more report items, you can also do those islands for the island heart and also the report items. So this is a very detailed guide. I do refer to this one as well. I have the links available for you guys as well. And finally, there are new ways of getting new free daily report items. So I've been searching a lot for you guys, right? So with Rapport, there is also a free report item location that spawns on different maps. And a big thank you over here to Goldmeat over here for sharing this one. So notice how he highlighted those in Korean. He highlighted the regions of the zones of different maps that will spawn different epic report items. Now he did mention this might take a few hours, it's quite random, but if you're free and also you're in those zones, what you can do is you can interact with those items and they will give you a free purple report item. There's a lot of location over here. I wouldn't recommend just going there to farm because everyone will be looking for that. So what I recommend is if you happen to be on the island and if you happen to be there, just go check those items out. You get a free report item, right? And which is epic. So those are the ways of you getting more report items. I have the links available for you guys. And because I'm cross-referencing, those will take you to those links which I talk about. So the guides over here, I have the links available for you guys. Now finally, now that you have the stats for reporting and you also have enough gifts, what you want to do is you want to know what are the best items you get. Those can be gold, island hearts, ruins, giants hearts, which are very important. So this is also what I do recommend coming back to the Sense guide over here. They have a very visualization of the things you can get. And they recommend starting with the blue characters. And once you have enough of those stats, you come over to the golden or the purple characters. So those characters, you can see some have gold, some have the island heart. And those are quite important. So this is definitely a start. Another way to start it is come over here to my gold reward NPCs because I'm more focused on getting gold. So our focus is more of gold, but I also have listed things that that's a notable spot like island hearts and also things like legendary engraving boxes, which I share with you guys as well. So what I recommend is don't have to jump right into my guide or don't have to jump into this one because different reporting guide will give you different things. You want to understand what you're looking for at your current stage and slowly work to progress it. The good thing about my route is I want to give you guys the instant gold you can get from those NPCs and also to show you what more gold you can get if you keep working on them. So you can see I try to break them into instant gold plus the more gold. So there will be a separation between the two. And now knowing the NPCs you want to go to, don't forget to use your 5 songs and also 5 emotes daily. And this can give you anywhere from, 10 of those can 2,500 reporting stats or 3,000 reporting stats in total. That's quite important. Now coming over to the best NPCs I recommend at different tier level. So what I mean by that is, if we come over here, you can see, if we come over to Rapport, you can see there's a lot of NPCs and they can be a little overwhelming when you first look at them. And I have went through that to search for all the ones with golden coins with good stuff. And I think I've covered most of them. And I want to give you guys a total summary of getting those items. So over here, coming to Excel, at tier 1, you have not that many choices, but you have a few good ones. And sometimes the tier 1 and tier 2 will overlap because there's certain characters that requires you to unlock a certain quest, which we'll talk about as well. At tier 2 there's more characters, at tier 3 there's more characters with gold and also other loots. Now, because we do have a guide for those reporting items for tier 1 and also the guide for tier 2, I don't think I will cover too much into them. Basically, I have listed the location of the character and also highlighted the name of the character. So the first part of the gold means you can get those gold almost instantly by gifting and also by doing a really quick side quest, the rapport quest. The second part of the gold will be a little more difficult. So basically what I mean by that is, let's come over to our king over here. So the prince, right? So the first 200 gold is quite easily. The second 500 gold, you have to do the friendly quest and you also have to get him to friendly. So this is why I break it down. And this is just for a quick reference. Now, there are some characters that requires you to have unlock a certain condition of the quest in the zone. So those are the 4 characters I have listed over here. So what I mean by that is, let's come over to the reporting section and let's go to the selling village. Notice that for a character like Blackfang, I have to clear the Blackfang's Claw Dagger quest before unlocking her. But the reward of unlocking her is 200 gold and also 500 gold and also Iron Heart. So for those characters, they don't unlock naturally, but if the reward is good for you, you can consider unlocking them. And also over here, I think I typed the name wrong, it's Marie over here. So what I mean by that is, if you unlock the folded and also unfold quest with Marie, you can get the 1000 gold with her at friendly and also the Iron Heart at trusted. And that is why I have categorized these characters in a different category, because you have to unlock the conditions. Similarly, we do have a guide on Felton for tier 2, and those characters, the first part of the gold is pretty instant, and also most of the gold are instant, so all those 3 characters will give you 4200 gold. And as for Levy, what our viewers later discover is, you need to have the exploration and also adventure of the zone to be pretty high. So if we come over to adventure, where do we go? So if we come over to adventure, and also we have to go to the continent of Felton. So you have to have this at least to 60, I believe. People are saying to 60 to get this. And once you have the exploration unlocked for that zone, what's going to happen is there's a chance of like a really rare map. That's why people unlock it. But also you start to get a daily quest. The daily quest that spawns in the city will unlock Levy. I think you have to eat the food or cook some food with him. So this one will take a little longer. But if you happen to have the zone unlocked, you can get additional 800 gold from him. Now, similarly, we also have the guide available at the start about the tier 3. So the tier 3 guide over here will be available as well if you guys want to have a look. So for the tier 3 characters, most of the tier 3 characters are amazing, and you do want to consider reporting them just for the free gold and also just, for the stuff they offer. So if you come over to Panonica, a lot of those characters are great. They also give those epic to legendary engraving boxes. So if you come over to Shana, so those boxes you get have a chance of giving a purple or a golden book. And I've sold my books for close to 2000 gold. I've heard someone getting a garage and selling for 20,000 gold. So there is a randomness of getting those items. And there's 3 NPCs that can do that. One NPC to highlight is, if you're doing Nagi, she will ask you to do a rapport quest, which will require you to have a particular emote. Now to get this emote, we have to do the Azure Island daily quest. So what I mean by that is, so basically it is talking about the daily quest over here. So let's go to Una's daily task, and those will ask us to do the Azure Island. Oh gosh, this is going to be hard to find, right? So Azure Wind Island. So they will ask you to be doing, I believe you have to do this at least 15 times or 10 times to unlock the reputation. And once the reputation is unlocked, you can go further with this. So what I mean by over here is the emote of the vessel emote. So this is the vessel emote, and this is on the Azure Wind Island. You need the vessel emote to basically to get her with her rapport quest, and I'm currently stuck. What viewers are saying is you don't have to do this on your main account. If you do this with your alt account, you can still get the quest, and eventually you'll have the emote. And also here for the NPC with brother, he will give 800 gold, but you have to finish the purple welcome quest, which will also give you 1 Omnium star. So having 2 of the Omnium star will give you a skill potion as well, which is actually really good. You can also work on Nia, which will also give you Omnium star. So there's a lot of good stuff with Rapport as you progress, and it's quite worth a while to invest into those. Now finally, by adding the instant gold and also the progressing gold for each of the stages of the tier of characters, you can see that almost the instant gold is close to 15,000, and after that about 10,000 of the additional gold that you can earn. So this is close to 26,000 gold from doing Rapport. And the first 15,000 should be very quickly once you have the vouchers of the stats like Charisma, and also once you have enough gifts. Now, because I have such a lot of reference and a lot of things for reports, I do recommend having a look at those guides. I even went further and looking at giant hearts. I do believe giant heart is quite rewarding as well, and you do get some of those giant hearts from Rapport. So notice there's one here, and also one here, one here. You'll get 4 giant hearts from doing Rapport. So this is quite interesting. And notice that for this lady, you need 310 courage and charisma to do her Rapport, and also the Song of Starlight. So those are pretty late game, but I do want to give you guys all of the available resource so you can focus on Rapport and keep progressing in the game. Now before we finish, just as some tips, Rapporting is for the long term. The first about 15,000 gold we get is going to be very fast, but later on it will slow down. So it's quite important to get those early gold first. This will take maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get 800 gold with some of those characters, especially tier 2 characters. I did try to separate the easy ones and the long-term ones. So, make sure you also pick a few NPCs and do your 5 emotes and also 5 songs daily. And, some NPCs not only they give gold, they also give additional great loots. So definitely come over here to the Saints Guild guide, and what they show you is some of the NPCs will give 3,500 gold and also a Giant's Heart, and also some other NPCs will give you other things like Iron Heart and also Giant's Hearts. So be aware of what you're getting and invest into the characters you want to get those rewards on. And one of the bigger purpose of me making this guide is we want to work towards the items we wanted, but first we've got to know how to get those and what are the best reward we're working on, right? So hopefully you find this guide helpful, and you can see my focus is currently for gold. And in the future, I might make one for the Giant's Heart, I might make one for the Iron Heart, and also I might make one for the potions for the, the charisma and also other stats as well. But should be good enough with all the information that you can start to look into the documents, you can start to search for yourself to what you need. If you need Rapport items, you can search over here. If you want to see an overview summary, you can see over here. If you want to do daily tasks and also get stats potions, you can see over here for charisma and also courage and also etc. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you do so, because we'll be getting a lot of guides, a lot of tips as I discover them, and I love the game. So I want to share as much as I can with you guys, and let's have a great time in Lost Ark as we explore this game and get the most out of it.